Hey guys, how you doing? It's a Daisy from Marriage for Real, and I have a video that is designed for married couples to help you guys for the rest of the year. It's a new year and I'm sure you guys have made a whole load of New Year's resolutions, but have you really taken the time to think about the things that you want to do more of or do less of in your marriage for 2018? I've done that and I want to share with you some of the things that I've been thinking about, and I think you should be doing as well to make sure that your marriage stays just as hot, if not gets hotter, for 2018.
We'll just keep on praising him, raise him up. Oh yeah, you see people taking their place in your love. Oh yeah, as you keep your light in our lives from above. Oh yeah, you just spark the fire that fires me up. Oh yeah.
Right, so the first thing that I've decided I'm going to do in my marriage, and I want you to do more of in your marriage, is spend way more time together. The more time you guys spend together, the better, the stronger your relationship. And I know how life can be with the children and work. Mr. Chiwako and I both run businesses, we have ministries and all sorts going on. And sometimes it can feel like we're passing ships. And you know what? If you don't specifically make time and make a choice to be together and do some special things together, then you will find that weeks, months go by and you've not actually had any time where it's just you and your boo together, connecting, communicating, sharing. So this year, I am specifically earmarking time to spend with Mr. Chiwako, and I'd like you to do the same. The second thing I'm going to do more of this year, which some people may think that I already do a lot of anyway, is laugh more. I want to have way more fun this year. I want me and my husband to spend a lot of time having fun. Not too much seriousness this year. This year, we're going to make sure that we're filling this house with lots of laughter, lots of joy, lots of fun and games. So I'd like you guys to do the same. Some of your marriages are way too serious. Sometimes you guys are spending way too much time on, the important things, and we need to do that. But you know what? If it's not balanced with a little bit of fun, with a little bit of laughter, your marriage can become very dull very quickly. And I don't know about you, but I am not trying to have a dull marriage. So I would encourage you to look for fun things to do. It doesn't have to cost you too much money. Just look for things that you guys can do to make you laugh, fill the house with joy and have fun this 2018. And I promise you, your marriage will benefit from it. The third thing that I'm going to do more of this year is listen more. So you can probably tell I can talk. But you know what? When you're doing too much talking, you're not listening. And when you're not listening, you're not able to understand your spouse. And I'm going to do a whole separate video on the importance of understanding in a marriage. You can't have a marriage, a successful marriage, if you don't take the time out to understand your spouse and really get to hear them. Not just hear their voice and what they're saying, but hear their heart, hear what motivates them, hear their dreams, hear their desires. And to do that, you've got to be quiet. Close your mouth a little bit more and do way more listening. The Bible says that we should speak less and listen more. And I'm really going to take that up this year. I want to hear my husband's heart this year. I want to hear beyond his words. I want to really, really listen to his spirit. And to do that, I'm going to have to be quiet. So I'm going to really, really push for that this 2018. All right, the next thing that me and Mr. Chiwako are going to be doing a whole lot more of this year is loads more sex. Yes, as much as possible. You know what? Again, because of busyness, it's hard sometimes to plan it in, and sometimes by the time you get to the end of the day, you're tired, you're not feeling so much in the mood. But you know what? I'm this year going to be making sure that the kids go to bed a little bit earlier, that, you know what, I'm setting the scene a little bit more, and I'm doing things to encourage way more sex in this household. Yes! Way more, because you know what, sex is a powerful tool to keep you guys together. The Lord instigated it that way. He created it that way. He gave us this thing to enjoy, and it's the one thing that only you two can do together. If it's talking more, listening more, spending time together, we can do that with anybody. I can do that with my friend. When it comes to sex, this is the one thing that me and my boo have, and so we are definitely going to be investing more time into that area. And you know what? The next thing you might say relates to more sex, but actually, I'm talking about intimacy here. So aside from more sex, just more time saying nice things together, more time having intimate time together, more time holding hands, more time sharing special moments, more time kissing, more time cuddling, more time just having intimacy outside of sex. So a lot of times married couples get stuck in the rut of, if you're not having sex, then you're not having any intimacy. But what I'm trying to say is that you can have a whole day of intimacy without actually having sex. And I think that that's something that more married couples really need to ensure is fully injected into their marriage. Intimate moments, intimate times, gentle kisses on the cheek, you know, just the arm around the shoulder, holding hands as you're walking down the streets. Just those special moments that really do connect a couple. Guys, I really want you to invest in this, to really think about ways that you can introduce more intimacy into your marriage. And I promise you, by the end of 2018, you will find that you guys are much more tighter than you were at the beginning. You will have such a stronger bond just by the little things. You know, I talk about the little things a lot because I really do think that they are powerful. And sometimes, though, we neglect them. And so this year, I'm going to be thinking a little bit more about the little things, the little intimate things that I can do with my husband to just make my marriage that little bit more hotter. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is be a lot more adventurous. Let's not get stuck in a rut doing the same things every day. And I'm not just talking about in the bedroom. I mean just in life. The dates that you're going to, the way that you operate in the household, yes, in the bedroom, in all areas, be a little bit more adventurous. Try new things. Don't get boring. Do you know what the truth is? And they don't tend to tell you this when you get married. The truth is marriage can get boring. Not can, it does get boring. It's the same person, the same routine every day, unless you specifically decide to change things up a little bit. It might take a little bit of thought, it might take a little bit of effort, but it's definitely worth being a little bit more adventurous this year. Do something you guys have never done before. Go somewhere you guys have never gone before. Try something you guys have never tried before and see if that doesn't bring back the spark that you guys were missing in 2017. And so this one is super important, and I think one of the things that particularly women neglect when we get married and we get busy with the kids and we have jobs and all sorts of things going on is looking after you. That's right, I'm going to be looking after me this year. It doesn't mean I'm neglecting Mr. Chuaka and I'm not going to neglect the children or anything, but definitely when I take time to look after me, it makes me a better person, which makes me a better wife. I feel good about me, so then I feel good about my home, I feel good about my marriage. It makes me more confident, and the higher my self-esteem is, the better I am at home as a wife, the better my sex life is, the whole lot goes in. You need to take time to look after you. Because when you're feeling down and grumpy and frustrated and unhappy, it reflects and it's going to pour out on your family, it's going to pour out on your husband, it's going to affect your home. So a lot of people feel like being a good wife or a good husband is when you completely sacrifice yourself and forget about yourself. I'd like to differ. I believe that when you actually take time to sow into yourself, to strengthen yourself, to embrace yourself and look after yourself, that you become a better person all around, making you a better spouse, a better person to live with, you know? So this year, I'm looking after me. I'm taking time out for me. I'm going to watch what I'm eating. I say this every year, but I mean it this time. I'm going to be working out. I'm going to be doing things that make me happy so that I can bring all that lovely joy and energy and feel-good factor back into my home and into my marriage. And Mr. Chirocco is just going to love it. The other thing I'm going to do which again is very important, is be wiser. It's never too late to learn new things, and it's super important to ensure that you are continually growing. Never get to the point where you feel like you know it all, you've seen it all, you've done it all. You need to invest in knowledge, and invest in knowledge on how to become a better wife, how to become a better husband, how to have a better marriage. There's always something new that you can learn. And one thing that I think is important is reading books, getting out to seminars, conferences, even a little bit of counseling here and there. And so this year, I am really going to be investing in that. I'm going to read more. I'm going to get out more with Mr. Chuaka. We're going to attend marriage conferences and seminars and workshops. We're going to be learning from other people. And so that we can make sure that we, again, haven't gotten into a rut, but we can learn new tricks and strategies on how we can make sure that our marriage stays as beautiful and as hot as it is, and even grows. And you know what? I put this one as last, but it is the most critical part of any marriage. And that is to pray more. Guys, if you're not praying for your home, if you're not praying for your marriage, you are literally leaving yourself open to attack. Please understand that the enemy hates marriage, because it reflects the heart of God. It reflects God's heart for the church. It reflects God's heart for society. And so the enemy will easily attack your home if you are not standing in the gap. If you feel like you're praying for your marriage, I want to encourage you to pray that little bit more. If you haven't been praying for your marriage at all, this 2018, make it a thing that you are going to begin to pray for your marriage and uphold your home in prayer. I promise you that there is no better gift that you can give to your marriage than prayer. Pray for your marriage's success. Pray for your marriage's security. Pray for peace and joy and love to overflow your house. Plead the blood of Jesus over your husband and over your children and over all that pertains to you. And just make sure that every single day you are speaking and declaring the will of God over your home. This is something that I do daily, but guess what? Even I am saying I'm going to be doing this a whole lot more this year. All right, guys, that's your lot. That's a whole list of things that you can do and that I'm going to be doing this year to ensure that my marriage stays above average. I don't want an average marriage, and I know you don't too. If you're looking for a marriage that is hot, passionate and exciting, then I would encourage you to do a little bit of these things, even if it's just a couple this year, and see how it positively impacts your home. Do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. And if you're not already following me on Facebook and Instagram, you can do that, all under the name of Marriage for Real. Have a great day and stay blessed.
That I can't ignore what's waiting for me. I'm not sure.